You are watching Sports Nation, presented by Toyota.
Time for the Sports Nation Mailbag, America's fastest growing segment involving fake mail and a fake bag from our real producers. Woo! And to be honest, I'm starting to love this segment.
I love this segment.
Do you love it?
I do. You're being honest. I gotta be honest. It fits Beatles' multiple personalities.
That's actually fine.
There we go.
I'll accept that. First up, I'm not doing this.
Yes, you are.
Sully
Yes,
from
you
South
are.
Boston,
Come on, Legion, do it.
Massachusetts. I'm down at the Cape enjoying some donkeys and I'm wicked
Yeah, Beetle.
season for the Pats. TV12 has a 99 Madden rating. We picked up Cooks and Gilmore. Gronk is back, ready to spike balls. Like Nikovic said, everyone has us circled on their schedule. It's smart for me to put my kids' tuition on the Pats winning the Super Bowl, right? Wow. I just want somebody to bet their kids' tuition on something. That's funny to me. All right, look, this is the FPI. Ooh. Patriots, 51% chance to reach the Super Bowl, 35% chance to win it all, and the next closest happens to be the Packers, which is only 10%. Okay, fine, Taylor, you start. A lock to win the Super Bowl.
Yes. It's not even a debate.
Yes, it is.
No, it is, because when everyone argues the NFL and they say, well, what if the quarterback gets injured? Jimmy Garoppolo's there.
That's what I'm talking about.
They showed it last year that they don't miss a beat with Jimmy Garoppolo as a quarterback.
But then Jimmy got hurt.
Jimmy?
Yeah, and then Brady came back.
No, then they had to put in Brissett.
And they won that game. They actually
And then he got hurt.
No,
Taylor, do you know what happened to the Raiders? The quarterback got hurt.
Yes, and who's their backup?
They didn't have Jimmy.
They didn't have Jimmy Garoppolo.
And then you've got the Chiefs, and you've got the Steelers, and that's just the AFC.
No, you're out of your mind. You're out of your mind. Every offseason, they go in. There's question marks about Belichick as a GM, and Belichick as a coach makes up for it. This year, he's hit a home run with his acquisitions, and Jimmy Garoppolo is your backup quarterback to an aging Tom Brady. If I've got a kid's tuition, I am going to Vegas. What is it? Yes, please. I think the bigger bet is 19-0.
Parenting.
You want to have a real conversation? 19-0.
19-0. Are you serious?
What are the odds? No.
He's just trying to have hot takes so he gets
hot takes. Get out of here.
He just want to be treated.
What are the odds?
5%.
What are the odds?
No, what are the odds? Probably 12-1.
How many teams in the
12-1? That's a good bet.
How many teams in the history of the NFL have
So what are you
gone
going to take?
undefeated?
What are you going to take? Steelers to win the
How many?
AFC?
The field.
Why not?
The field.
That's not a bet. That's not a bet.
That's how they. Yes, it can be a bet.
No, it's not.
So you pick another team.
A friend of mine. See, yep. No, it's not. It's not. It's not Pats in the
Have
field.
you put money on this already?
A friend of mine did.
This is a man that's done no research.
It's legal there.
Yeah.
Next up.
You don't need research.
Trading from Twin Cities, Minnesota. Beats. We all know Ric Flair is a Rolex wearing,
That's not a Minnesota accent.
Stealing, wheeling, dealing, jet flying, limousine riding, son of a gun. But now that ESPN 30 for 30 is doing a film on him, does this prove once and for all that he's the swaggiest athlete of all time? Can I get a 2-clap and a woo? Woo! Woo! All right, it's a great question. Here is the Mount Rushmore as we see it, or Mount Swagmore, if you will.
Mount Swagmore?
Wow, Barry Melrose.
Barry Melrose.
Honorable mention. I put that guy from the long drive.
Oh, Pete Weber. That's my guy. Bottom
Weber,
left.
I know
I
you
forgot
are.
about Pete Weber. I love Pete Weber.
Joe Namath should be up there by himself.
He's there.
Does anyone want to argue with this Mount Swagmore?
I'm putting Dennis Rodman up there.
Are we good? Oh.
I'm not good with that mount.
Okay, we'll talk about it.
I'm just not. Because my definition of swag includes this element.
Oh.
You don't have to brag to have the swag.
Oh,
The people bring the swag to you. So for me, if you have to project about how sweet and awesome and great you are, then maybe you're not swaggy.
So then every person on that list would not be swaggy? Is that what you're telling me? Because they've all bragged at one point about how great they are.
I know some athletes
Can we be honest about this?
Oh.
The word swag has lost its swag. I think we're like
I don't even know
year
what
and a
it is.
half way too long with this.
So what should we change it to? The lit?
No.
That sounds like that's a section in a bookstore. Okay? That is a section in a bookstore.
The lit.
The lit.
That's
That's a class you take sophomore year of college. Like, oh, I gotta go to lit.
You don't have to brag to bring the swag.
Give me an athlete that's swaggy.
There's nothing to talk about it.
I'm a big fan of Roger Federer being on the
Oh, my God.
This is why.
Get out.
I'll explain.
Go to the corner.
This is why.
So
That's
that's
style.
This
That's
is
not
why.
swag. That's different.
This is a man who shows up on tennis courts with his name on his chest, and everyone still loves him.
So did Tiger Woods. What's the point?
No, Tiger Woods has
You prepared. Because he's got all
I'm going to finish. This is a man who goes to China and speaking Chinese. He goes to France and speaking French, and everyone loves him. Everyone loves him.
I don't think you know
And you know what? That dude has yet to say, I'm the greatest tennis player on the face of the earth, and yet everyone says it for him. That is swag. The only thing that's better than that to me, the only thing that's better to me is Messi. You know why Messi is so bad? Because he owes millions and millions of dollars. Millions and millions of dollars. And guess what happened? He owes the country millions of dollars, and you know what he said? I'm not paying. You know what the country said? You don't have to. You don't have to. That country saying you don't have to.
Moving on. We're wrong, and that was all we know.
Swag.
Faye from Florence, Kentucky. Hey, y'all, why on earth would Julio Jones be wearing earrings worth more than my house? Well, $150,000 for one earring? That's like losing 25 earrings worth, thanks for the math, $6,000 a piece.
That's debatable,
That's such a huge loss when you think of it that way, 25. Anyway, would y'all return his earring if you found? Oh, that's the question. Would you return it?
We got all of that to the question.
Found it.
Yes, of course you would.
No, I would not.
Karma, 100%.
100% not.
The lake is 65 feet deep. Okay, so no one's finding this earring.
But if I did,
By the way, you're assuming that no one's got scuba gear right now. They're going to try to find that earring.
Somebody will find it eventually.
He literally hired a team of divers to find this earring.
This will be a story 20 years from now where some little kid's like, oh, look what I found. And
I'm not sure it'd be somebody's little
Yeah, it will. By the way,
55-year-old man
so let's go around it.
invested 10 grand to try to
You
find
would return it.
100%.
LZ?
Karma.
Would you return it?
Does he have his initials on it? Like, how would you know it was his to return it to?
I'm not. Would you return it?
I would assume it was fake. If it was that big of a diamond, I would assume it was fake.
I'm not returning it. It's like finding cash.
I wouldn't discover it and go, I bet this belongs to Julio Jones. I wouldn't do that.
It's not like there's not a him on it.
How do I know it's his earring? You have no idea.
You were here. I'm not returning.
By the way, karma's not a thing. Think of all the awful people in the world who are prevailing. So there's no karma.
It depends on
I've
how you
given up on
define
that idea.
prevailing.
Well, they're winning at life.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh, what? So we're not returning it.
This got real deep.
I'm not
100% because
is very dark right now.
You know why? Because my money is Julio. Handed me 15 cold cash.
Oh, here we go. John from Houston, Maine. Y'all are the worst. James Harden may not have won the MVP, but can't we all agree on getting his jersey retired?
Do that again. Do that again.
Gentleman's establishment is better than anything Russ has ever done. Toss the sounds.
We met James at the strip club that night. Do you remember that?
What was this?
I forgot the name of that one. It's one of the more popular ones though.
Onyx.
James has his jersey like hanging from the top.
Yo, what's up with this jersey hanging?
No, they was doing that because they said James just be going in there spinning like, you know what I mean. So they gave him his own jersey hanging from the rafters of the strip club.
Wait, no, I don't know what you mean. How much is he spending? That, of course, from the Joe Budden podcast. He has his jersey retired in the rafters of a gentleman.
That's called swag. That's swag. That is swag, by the way.
However much money he paid
could it be?
to get the jersey up there, he's probably going to pay about that much to have them take it down. Like, this is not something that he should be proud of. You know what I mean?
Well,
this is not something that he should be proud of.
We all disagree.
This show is off the rails. His street cred went through the roof.
Also, if you're going to do something, be the best. And he's the best.
That's a great point.
I agree.
Go
He
in.
is the MVP.
100%. He's the
Right?
MVP.
100%.
He's the MVP of that strip club
Yeah.
in Houston. Probably treasured, to be honest.
Slow clap to fast clap. That's what I'm saying.
Zero problem with it.
What? Do you have a problem with
You
it?
can't slow
I don't have a
clap your
problem
own
with it.
comment, though. You can't go, well done, Beats. Well done, Beats. Good job, Beats.
Great job.
As
Well
I
done,
say,
Got that one right.
Good stuff,
You don't
Taylor.
have to brag to have swag. See how it applies?
By the way, we have some
we got
surveillance.
surveillance cam.
This is an exclusive, just so everyone's aware of what's going on
This
right
seems a
now.
little slow. This must be the lunch crowd.
When's the last time y'all went to a gentleman's club and had a disco ball?
I have never been to a gentleman's
Good
club.
Lord.
You've never been to a gentleman's
Never
club?
once in my
Oh,
life.
don't listen to him.
How does
Never
that not
once
been
in
in
my
an A
life.
block?
He's lying to you.
I would never lie
You
either.
understand sarcasm?
That's the B block.
Of course he's been. We've been together, so I don't know why you're sitting here lying. Coming up next,
Been together.
Cleveland's new GM says the
Bring the
Cavs
lead.
aren't broken. We're going to ask Brian Windhorst.
Yes.
Oh!
Yeah!
Winning!
This is SportsNation, LT!
You are watching Sports Nation, presented by Toyota.
El Clásico. This Saturday at 7:55.
7:55.
On ESPN and on ESPN2 in Spanish, Real Madrid, Barcelona will be playing in the U.S.
And after that, LA Galaxy versus Seattle Sounders. Don't let that slip.
First meeting outside of Spain since 1982.
I'll be there.
It's time for Too Many Angles. What's happening in Cleveland edition?
With your voice.
I think my favorite thing to do when Windhorse is here is watch his face as the chaos starts to unravel and just try to read his mind. And what do you think right now, Brian?
I would say, how is this a show?
Whoa!
How is this a show?
Whoa! We don't go in your...
It's my favorite. It's my favorite. All right, let's get it started.
Wait, and now we're going to have some questions?
Are the Cavaliers really not broken? Take a listen.
We don't care.
It's unfortunate sort of the narrative that's going on right now, you know, in terms of where we're at. This thing is not broken. We are a very successful organization, and we're going to continue to drive for that success. Get better and grow. Obviously, adjustments need to be made every year, but I want us to be very prideful of where we are as an organization.
I'm obsessed with the word broken here, Wendy. Is this team not broken?
They're not broken, but they're breaking.
Ooh.
I feel bad for
Get that on a real
Kobe works his whole career, and Randy's only 34, but he worked his whole career to get to this moment. It's a big moment for him. This is a day you're supposed to pose with your family, have a wonderful dinner, no stress. And he's like, he gets introduced, and the first question is, what are you doing about this Kyrie Irving trade demand? Welcome to the Cleveland Cavaliers, right there.
That's tough. That is tough. And in that regard, I feel for the guy, because it's not going to be fun.
But for Kobe or for Kyrie?
For Kobe.
Sorry, I wasn't.
Yeah. It's a dream.
I mean, but that conversation didn't sneak up on him. He knew that before he said yes. He saw it happening, so it wasn't as if, you know, it was like a blind spot sort of thing.
No, but he's talking more along the lines of, you know, everyone's got a dream job, and you would imagine this is up there, right?
Yeah, Kobe also knows there was 3 or 4 gentlemen before him that were interviewed and asked for the job, so he understands.
You know what's crazy? When David Griffin got hired, his first day again, the same situation, they fired Mike Brown. In the same press release, hired David Griffin, fired Mike Brown. Dan Gilbert didn't even show up to that one. And that was David Griffin had been in the league 20 years. And I was like, what, 20 years? You worked hard? Explain why you fired your coach. Like, this is life in Cleveland. This is one of the reasons why Kyrie wants out. Because he can look down the line and he can say, no matter what happens with LeBron, this is just going to be chaos, 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 and I'm hitting opt-out. I kind of see it.
I agree with that, but there aren't a lot of franchises around the league where there isn't a degree of chaos. And we focus in on the teams that are stable, but really, once you get past those top 5 that are stable, everywhere else is chaos.
All right, D, next.
Is Carmelo blocking Kyrie trade to the Knicks?
Well, Ian Begley reported Tuesday that Carmelo's in the way of a potential trade of Kyrie to New York. He noted that, quote, Carmelo Anthony's top destination in any trade, per league sources, is the Houston Rockets. This is significant because the best off the Knicks can make in a trade for Irving package centered around Anthony. Wendy.
So this is a really good question. If Carmelo were to waive his no-trade clause, maybe they could actually trade him for something that they could reroute for Kyrie.
Yeah, but that's not Carmelo's fault.
That's right. Carmelo's got to do what Carmelo's got to do.
Right.
Yeah, but I don't see any reasonable way the Knicks can get Kyrie. I don't see a trade unless they're giving up Porzingis, which I don't consider reasonable.
No.
I don't see how.
So where does Kyrie end up if you're...
The Phoenix could make the deal this afternoon if they were willing to do it.
Could be happening right
That's a
now.
hot take.
If they were willing to do it. But there may not be. Well, the other thing is, Kyrie's only got 2 years on his deal. If Phoenix traded for him, that doesn't exactly fit their window.
Well, he wasn't one of the 4 teams that he wanted to go to.
That's
anyways,
true.
Right? So
because
there's uncertainty whether
Phoenix
he's
is
going to
messed up in their front office too, and he doesn't want to be with that either.
So there's 2 broken franchises now.
We're all broken. We're all broken people.
Phoenix, broken. Cavs aren't broken.
Can I ask you a question?
Cavs aren't broken.
Where's your phone right now in case this news breaks?
Oh my God, it's on mute. Oh my God.
Oh my God. Schefter puts his phone right on
mute.
mute.
He's like texting his
I
wife.
have my phone on the table. I have no reason to.
He's updated.
Are you hating on Schefter?
Oh, he's had good timing on the
That's why I was
Schefter's
right there because
texting
she's
his
ordering
wife.
Grubhub.
I might be actually. Next.
Should Cavaliers keep Kyrie, trade Kyrie to win now, or trade Kyrie for the future?
What is happening right now?
No idea.
Mike and Mike held a Twitter poll this week asking which of those three options the Cavs should do. The plurality, 41%, picked trading Kyrie to win now, keeping Kyrie.
No way she could spell that word
27%.
right now.
I was spelling bee champ in Texas. Thank you very much. What should the Cavs
There was
do?
4 participants.
It's one of my pet peeves.
Wouldn't the Cavs love to have LeBron answer that question?
I mean, wouldn't we love to answer all of them?
It would be so great if LeBron would be willing to give an answer to that
He will
question.
just wait for a subtweet.
He will not give an answer to that question. I could sit here and present an academic case for all three. I actually could see the Cavs saying, Kyrie, we can't make a trade for you.
That's actually.
And we're going to have you come to training camp.
Oof.
We'll see you in October. I could see that happening.
If I'm a gambling man, which I am,
I've heard.
That's exactly what I would do if I was Cleveland. Because for the record, Kyrie's got 2 years guaranteed with the third being the option.
Yeah.
You know what? You've got the leverage. You know LeBron's on 1 year left. Say, you know what? Let's grow up. Play a year.
That'll be the
Then
worst case
January
You
comes
don't even have
fine,
to play
but
a year. I mean, you could just wait until December
That's what I would
and pull the trigger for Minnesota, right, and get Jeff Teague and Andrew Wiggins.
Yeah, here's the thing, though. Important about Wiggins. Wiggins has to sign a contract extension before October 31st. If he signs that extension,
then
not only are the Wolves committing to him, but it makes it very, very hard to trade for him. So if we hear in the next 2 days that Wiggins is signed, which they're talking about it, take them off the board. So I don't think they can wait till December.
Why don't they trade LeBron? Then Kyrie can have his own
Because
team.
LeBron has a no-trade clause.
Yeah,
But he could waive and come to LA.
He will not waive it.
Next.
Because he doesn't want
If the Warriors didn't exist, would Kyrie have requested a trade?
All right, buddy, sound it out.
That setup is cool.
Warriors sent many in the league into aggressive dealings offseason. A lot. They call it Warrior
blame the
paranoia.
Warriors.
I do.
Warrior
But in a good way. It's a good thing. If the Cavs didn't have the shadow of this team looming, would we be here today?
would the
Probably
NBA
not.
be here today if the Warriors didn't?
The Warriors are responsible for 93%. I did this math.
Wow.
93% of the problems in the NBA, the Warriors are responsible for.
93%.
And they're so happy. They're so happy. They're on the golf course. I love it.
But here's the thing. If the issue truly is being in the shadow of LeBron James, if there's no Warriors, then chances are you three-peated, and the shadow of LeBron James is even larger than the one that you have right now. So how does that solve
I
the
know,
problem
but
that
if you
Kyrie
have 3
has?
championships, everything's easier. I think everything's easier.
Winning
Three the
makes a
magic
lot
number?
easier.
Three's the magic
I mean, it
number.
was for Jordan. That was when Jordan said goodbye. Kyrie could just say, hey, Jordan left after 3. I'm going to do the same. The Warriors, they put out the greatest press release.
Did we just compare Kyrie to
On Monday, the Warriors put out the awesomest press release I've ever seen. They just low-key slid it into your email inbox. By the way, the Warriors re-signed Durant, Curry, Iguodala, Pachulia, West. It was just like, oh, by the way, all
Brilliant.
this chaos is raining. We're on the golf course. By the way, we re-signed our whole team. See you in the fall, gents.
That's great. God, that's a great position to be in. Next.
Swag.
Is Kyrie as good as Lillard?
This was a thing. So Damian Lillard took exception to the Kyrie comparison by Tom Castro. He referenced an article about Kyrie's team struggles as a #1 option, tweeting, "Bro, I'm really getting tired of y'all throwing my name around. Maybe you should check my track record, over 500, and in the playoffs every year." Don't engage, Damian, but he did. So does he have a point?
First off, this is just advice for everybody here. Don't argue with Tom Haberstroh when he picks the topic.
Okay.
His numbers will always make you look.
Now I feel like
That's
I've been
just my
challenged.
guess.
I'm actually going to do it in the moment this segment
Me
ends.
too.
This Kyrie Dame thing, these are fighting words, because these two dudes have, like, they look at each other like Dame has the kind of whole team built around him. He controls everything, like kind of forced the Marcus Aldridge out of town. That's what Kyrie kind of wants. But Kyrie has a better selling shoe, championship, higher popularity. He kind of has the stuff that Dame wants. Like, the two of them are like sort of envious of each other.
So you're saying they're both pretty?
And they also both probably think they're better than each other, for sure. I mean, they're head-to-head at Foot Locker on the shoe rack. And Kyrie's been winning that battle. But Kyrie, what Kyrie wants is kind of what, if he could replicate what Dame has in Portland, I think that's what he's looking for.
But if he wants everything else, he's got to have LeBron with him. And that's the part that really
That's the
confuses
point.
me.
He's telling you he doesn't. He's saying he doesn't.
Wendy?
Numbers all say that he does.
Wendy,
I love
thanks for
when-
joining
I
our
love when you
podcast
come on
today.
this
Bud.
show. We're a little smarter than we were 7 minutes ago. Anywho, let's move on. I think we're going to break. We got winners and losers. And oh, God.
He's winning.
No, he's not.
Yes, he
At
is.
what?
What's it life? Look at him. He's so pumped.
What about that hat, though?
This is Sports Nation.
Come on, LZ.
You have a
Son to the farm, to the the seed that you sow. Seed to the oak. To get made to a no. Put in the good. And the good. Earn free.
Sports Nation is presented by Toyota. Let's go places.
Dedicating this next promo to Taylor.
This is progress, by the way.
From Australia and
Progress.
of Nations. Today at 10 Eastern on ESPN. That's nice. I like those flags. After that,
I like those flags.
I like both those flags. Catch SportsCenter at night with Bucci and Kearney.
Oh,
Time for Pulse of the Nation, presented by Toyota. Let's do some winners also, of course.
well, we're bringing back. Well, we're not using swag either, but apparently.
Wait a minute. Aisha's got some hoop skills. That was her assist.
That was
Stand by. Yes, they are in Asia, and she's just throwing up alley-oops. That's fun.
nice.
Oh no, shot like a girl though. She did two hands. She should shoot better than that.
Shoot like a
You're
girl.
out of your mind.
That's like the old school when you were little. They would always do that. It's like double-handed. I'm not
No different than your putting on the golf course, Beetle.
What? I'm just saying you're married to one of the greatest shooters of all time. You gotta.
She made it.
She made it.
That's not the point.
Hater.
Loser. It's about the journey as well, you guys.
Oh, thank you.
Tim Duncan doing kickboxing in his spare time. What is happening right
Talk about unfair. Let's box a 5'7" woman. You are 7.
That's not a woman, you suck.
Oh, whoops.
And even if it was, what if it was like Cyborg? Still would be fair.
I was told to look at camera 2. There's no screen.
So he's such a Neanderthal. If he just put long hair in the figure,
Must
but
be
still
a
woman.
girl. That's one of them girls.
Oh.
Cut your hair, hippie. My goodness.
Wow.
Winner,
80 minutes would be real confusing for you.
It was Fedora night last night in Washington. The Nats tied up the game in the 8th, and there was one fan who couldn't contain himself. When's the last time you felt joy like that?
She is so excited. She is so excited.
Stop talking. You're going to talk yourself out of a job. About 7 more seconds. Actually, you know
Honestly,
what?
he's winning.
Keep
He's
talking,
winning.
Swellman.
Are you kidding me? He's winning. Why? He's not losing.
So Fedora night means we wear our own fedoras, or they gave you fedoras?
I know.
That's
I got a
besides the
question.
point. That man,
Is it?
he was having the time of
that's
his
the only
life.
I don't get it.
I am leaving
Hey,
this show.
Thank goodness.
for good.
Taylor's leaving forever.
Leaving.
We'll be back tomorrow for
This is
Friday
Sports
Fun.
Nation.
Podcast.